Aw, Sookie Sookie, we gonna start with another episode of the Tito Bonito Show in just a minute. Y'all ain't ready for this one? Tonight's episode is a live fundraiser for the Burlesque Hall of Fame in Las Vegas, Nevada. Find out more information at burlesquehall.org. Wait, I think that's the website. Is that the website? That's the website. Oh no, it's not the website. Don't go there. Wow, you would think I'd know. It's burlesquehall.com. Oh no, I literally don't even know what. Well, either way, tonight's episode is going to be fantastic. We have the very sexy Valentina Orbit. Ooh, look at that. Cut her face off. And the extremely talented Dexter Mayfield. And now, welcome to the stage. Really, tonight's episode is going to be fun, y'all. Give it up for your host, Tito Bonito. We almost made it through that intro, y'all. Like, we almost made it through that intro. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of your boy's show, the Tito Bonito Show. I am Tito Bonito, and yes, tonight's episode is a live fundraiser for the Burlesque Hall of Fame, and you can find out more information about the incredible museum that is making sure that we keep the art of burlesque and striptease alive. Not only informing us of the past, but also of the present and future of this art form. So make sure you check out burlesquehall.com for more information. Please come check out the museum that's actually in existence in Las Vegas. It's a good time. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? I hope y'all are feeling good, feeling a little more hopeful than we've been feeling. But tonight's episode, we have a fantastic lineup. And after this show, you can also watch me with Encore Presents Burlesque. It's going to be on twitch.tv. You can go to my stories and look up it'll have a little swipe up link so you guys can see it. Also, remember, this is just my little version of a late night talk show, so I can audition for one. So if you like what you see in the show tonight, you can either ask any of our guests a question in the question mark box, or you can also, I believe it's here or here, but you can also click that heart if you're watching this live. And then the more hearts you throw out, the more I'll know that you're enjoying yourselves, because we're here to have a good time tonight, y'all. I see y'all all up in this chat right now. So please join me for the next hour. It's going to be a good time. We got some guests, some games, and let's get into that shit. Really quick, I will mention that tomorrow is my motherfucking birthday. Tomorrow is my motherfucking birthday. So even though I didn't do shit to get born, that was my mom and dad that worked vigorously to create such a bonito product. So shout them out. I'm kidding. Actually, if you want to support me on my birthday tomorrow, you can make sure to donate to the live fundraiser we're doing tonight for the Burlesque Hall of Fame. I also share a birthday with Rachel McAdams, RuPaul, and Danny DeVito. It's a good time, y'all. I'm in good company. So I digress. I am ready. Let's see what y'all are saying. Happy early birthday. Thank you. That's why I did it, to fish for compliments, y'all. It's different. It's not a live audience. It's just my damn self-entertainment in here tonight. But I'm ready to get the show going. I've talked about me enough. We have some phenomenal guests on tonight, and the first one is a diverse performer who not only is an incredible and multi-talented performer, but an insanely intricate producer and one of my favorites that I've ever worked with. So please, I'm gonna bring them on right now. Put your phone on vibrate, put it in between your legs. I think I can say that on here. I think it still works. And give it up for Valentina Orbit, y'all. So sexy. Here we go. Look at this beautiful face right now.
Hello.
Ooh, I'm on white. Yeah, that's working. It's gonna work, y'all. But Twisted Orbit Circus Entertainment's very own Valentina Orbit. And go. And this is the first time this has happened, y'all, which is super exciting because technical difficulties means that it feels like it's live entertainment. And Valentina Orbit's coming in right about. Nah, I'm gonna try that again. Yeah, let me try that one more time. Here we go. Please make some noise and welcome to your phones, Valentina Orbit. See, I knew it would work. Hey, girl. How you doing? You were nervous for a second, huh?
It just wasn't like, it wasn't showing anything. It was just like blank.
That's why I was like, let's just try it again. Look at this cute little display for you, having your beautiful name that wasn't even the first name I knew you as.
Wait, what?
I was like, this is the new name that I didn't even know you as when I first met you. That's how long our history goes back.
Totally.
How are you feeling?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm feeling great, feeling fine, feeling 35 until tomorrow.
Ooh. So you're going to be 35 tomorrow?
No, I'm going to be 36 tomorrow. I'm feeling it today, but I usually say that I'm a year older. Like tomorrow I'll start saying I'm 37 so that I forget how old I am. And then I'm like, oh, I'm only 36. It works more than you would think. You look gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you. It's for you. It's all for you.
It's all for you, Damien. You are looking gorgeous because you are glowing. You have a little bonito in the oven. I shouldn't say it like that.
That would be kind of weird. That would never happen.
That would never happen because we have a ongoing thing that I believe that we look like brother and sister, and you think the same. And exactly. I believe that you are not Cuban.
No, I'm Russian.
But there's a TikTok that's like, you think we're sisters, but we're not. You think we're cousins, but we're not. We're just best friends. That's literally what we look like. And then one time, Valentina, so I met Valentina through her mom. One of the first gigs that I ever got coming to Los Angeles was with her mom. And then I started working with you, like literally only did the first show with her and then only worked with you.
I know. I stole you.
And it was amazing because one time they hired me to come and do a private party. And when I was in your home where you grew up, I saw a picture of you and I said, Jesus Christ, that is my niece, Casey.
Oh,
you
crazy.
Look,
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much.
More proof that we look like we're related.
I believe it. Listen, my parents make fun of me all the time and say they found me in a dumpster on prom night. So I'm starting to believe it. But how are you doing? You are such an incredible Renaissance woman who's literally, like, honestly, not only such an incredible performer, but I do think that producers get a very, they don't get as much credit as they deserve, especially big productions like yours. How did you get started into everything? I know you kind of had a little rebellious stage in your preteens.
That was before, though, but
that led into it.
Led to everything, if you think about it, because I was like being a crazy 12-year-old, and at that time my mom found belly dancing and she took me to classes with her, and that totally transformed my little like rebellious phase or whatever I was having, because then I all of a sudden had something to be passionate about and like something to spend my time doing that was like super healthy besides what I was focusing my time on before. And
what were you focusing your time on before, Valentina Orbit?
Stealing cigarettes. I was 12 years old, okay? I was like stealing cigarettes from the liquor store and like stealing cigarettes and like sneaking out of my house in the middle of the night.
So girl, where were you going?
I was going to make out with boys.
I mean, yeah, that's what you should be doing at 12, I think.
I think so.
I wish I was doing that at 12.
But then I'm about to have a kid and I'm probably not going to think that in 12 years.
But I do think that's amazing because a lot of kids who are getting into the wrong thing is because they haven't found the right thing to kind of motivate them. So it's like usually arts, when you're kind of rebellious like that, you find like there's so many different versions of arts, but like whatever you find for you and your kid, I mean, I think that's usually a safe bet to get them out of trouble early.
Hooping or juggling or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially there's so much that people don't even think is like a thing.
Totally.
But you are like, you have your accolades of being such a diverse talent. You are a tribal. I'm gonna read it because it's like Egypt Black Nile's awards. You're a tribal circus fusion performer. You focus on belly dancing, hoop, fire. You also do burlesque. You charm the hell out of snakes, and I'm talking from experience. Aerial lyra. I never say that right. I'm Cuban. And in this list, it didn't say my favorite thing you do, which is produce.
Oh.
I like literally wrote that in there and I was like, why don't I see producer in this credit when I was researching you? You better add it. But it was in something else. But honestly, you are such an immaculate producer and performer. And did you always kind of like think about doing this as a business, or did you kind of just like follow what your heart did over the time?
Oh, actually, I forgot to continue what I was saying before.
Sorry.
Got into producing because of my mom.
Right.
I meant to say before. So like my mom is a producer and she's a teacher and ballet dance teacher and she has a troupe and she does productions. And when she was doing a lot of productions, she was doing like really big Hollywood productions with like mostly belly dance related, but there was like burlesque in the shows and there was like fire dancing and hooping. There's like all the things. It was very alternative, lots of fusion, and she was very successful. She would like sell out all of her shows. And I grew up basically backstage with her in her shows, like learning from her without realizing that I was learning from her. And I think that was a huge influence on me, obviously, into becoming the producer that I am now, because she did such a great job. I had her as like a really excellent example and like mentor.
And
From
it's
like
true. Sorry, and then what was that last part?
just from a young age.
So did you, when you started performing, was there anything that she ever kind of looked at and was like, maybe you shouldn't do that, like especially burlesque, or was she always supportive? Like I believe she always was.
She was always supportive,
I
always from
love.
the beginning. Even like the first time I decided I wanted to do a burlesque act, we were like figuring out like what music I was going to use together and stuff. And my first exposure to burlesque was actually from one of her productions, where she had Catherine Delish in one of her shows with the martini glass or the champagne glass. And I saw that when I was like maybe 15 or something like that. Yeah, dude. Like I saw it
I'm
live.
I am so jealous of that. I would be such a better person if I saw that at 15. I would have sped up this whole craziness. I'm obsessed. Why wasn't I a part? Why didn't y'all find me in that dumpster?
I know. Well, you were in Florida.
That's true. Fair enough. Fair enough. So then you started Unity Hoops, and you, first of all, I believe the first show I ever did with you was at the Irenic, or no?
No, you did the one with
Oh,
me.
that's right. It was the one that was across the street from the place that you wanted to,
Like,
which we
oh
never.
no,
It like
it's
cut out.
it's trying to. Oh, it came back. Okay.
It got it. It got it. No, yeah, the first place was Sunset Temple. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Sunset Temple. But then Valentina, I talk about this all the time. Valentina had me hosting a show up in a functioning church.
Yep.
I said I could see the cross. Please don't. Please don't fire me, and please don't kill me tonight, because I'm gonna say some blasphemous things, especially in the early parts of my career.
Oh yeah, but
That's
they
really
loved it though. That was such a weird dichotomy. Those people that ran that place, like they were so into it.
all the
And,
time.
and they gave us so much freedom. That was like obviously that was one of my favorite places I've ever produced. That's why I kept going back there, because there was so much freedom. I don't think they're open anymore though. Kind of a shame. Yeah.
It's probably all of the blasphemy that we did in there had to. God was like, shut it down.
Yeah.
Like we can't have that place of sin anymore. But you started. When did you start Unity Hoops? When did you start that company?
I started it, I think, in 2008. I started to hoop in 2007. And only a year later, I was like, all right, let's make this into a job, which is kind of crazy. And I was only 23 at the time. And I really had no idea what the hell I was doing, honestly.
Do any of us?
I still don't.
But do you when you started your company, and also this is a question for kind of now, do you have, of all the different kinds of things that you are able to do as a performer, is there any of them that is your favorite?
Oh, that's tough. I think, well, performing hoop with bags is probably my favorite.
And bags, of course, since we haven't named that British cup of tea yet, is your wonderful and also equally multi-talented and equally as much of a hustler as you are. Bags is Steve Bags. Well, I don't know if I should say the first name.
That's okay. He's my husband, and he taught me how to juggle. So we do like a hoop juggling duo act together, and I think that that's my favorite thing.
I do love you guys together because I do love that. I remember you told me about him when you first, and we talk about this all the time, but like I remember when you told me first about him, you're like, there is this guy and he is so amazing, but he lives in fucking Buttfuck Spice Girls UK. And Zigga Zigga, I don't know how to do it. And then to see you guys get together, and it was kind of like with Susie too, where she was like, girl, I see this French ass dude. I'm gonna go get him. And then y'all got him, and I'm like, teach me to fish. Teach me your ways because it works. Let me get a Middle Eastern ass husband. Let me speak that into existence. I believe that you guys speak things into existence, but you also do the work behind the scenes to make sure that these things happen. And it's super inspiring because you know me, I can be a little, but that's why I work for myself and I don't own companies. I do that. Because I admire y'all and I see you do it well. So I'm not trying to half-ass some shit.
Gotta play
And
really.
no. Well, you also, with Bags, have Twisted Orbit Circus Entertainment, which you, because you also travel all over teaching kids and you go to all these different countries doing this. You don't just confine yourself to the United States. Like, you are literally a world-class traveling performer and educator.
We've traveled a lot, and we haven't as much recently. I mean, for lots of different reasons, but I'm hoping that we can still keep traveling and performing and teaching, like once all this is over, all this craziness.
That's the thing. I think, especially for you right now, because you are expecting, which
Yeah.
is amazing. I'm so ready for Tito Bonito Jr.
Do you want to see my belly?
I do want to see your belly. Fuck yeah, you're a belly dancer. Fuck yeah, I want to see a baby growing in there. You beautiful. Oh my God. That is Atticus.
It's Atticus.
I was like, dang, I should ask you if I should be saying these people's names on the intranets.
It's okay. Yeah, it's fine.
But the great Atticus, who will eventually steal my job. I'm not. I won't be mad about that though. I bet you, because I'm gonna train them. I'm gonna make sure that they are the best person that they can possibly be in whatever they want to do. Because you know I'm gonna be there. But y'all are expecting right now, which is perfect. Because right now it's kind of giving you something to put your love and energy into. That is the worst word for it, a project, but
Yeah.
like something to focus on, so that by the time that baby does get to where you can start going out and you know kind of being able to like do the shit on your own, they'll be old enough where I'm sure things will get back to normal. And I'm very excited to see you back on stage.
I know. I can't wait. I would totally still be performing like as I would perform pregnant, but it's just, it's just not really happening right now. Like I always imagined myself to perform while I was pregnant. And I did 2 virtual shows like very early on in my pregnancy, but I wasn't really showing. And I mean, I totally do a show. I would totally do one pregnant, but it's just a weird time, you know?
Hire your girl. People who are watching, hire your girl. She's multi-talented, y'all. UnityHoops.com. You can find out so much information. And then also Twisted Orbits. Stop today, Tito. Twisted Orbit Circus.com. But then on
Yeah.
top of that, since we did talk about the fact that you are such a great educator and you travel the world doing this, you also have learn.unityhoops.com where you're bringing your classes virtually. Can you tell us more about that?
About it. It's something I've always wanted to do. And I think, the pandemic has some good things that have come out of it, even though obviously most of it is terrible and awful and horrible. But I feel like the silver linings. And one of them for me is that I finally got a bunch of classes online that people can stream anytime, anywhere. So I have belly dancing, burlesque, hoop, and fire fans. They're all up on my like new online learning platform. So it's pretty like it's a good variety of things that people can do. It's about 4 months worth of classes that I taught through Zoom. Like this year, starting in July, I just recorded them all and like finally got them all up on that platform. So anyone can go in at any time and stream. And this month for November, 4 classes are free. So like the first class of each modality. So like a belly dance class, a burlesque class, a hoop class, and a fire fans class. All 4 of those are free just to give people a chance to like try them out. I love you. You're like,
Cause that's amazing. Like, I want to learn some fire fans. Like, let me do my Lisa Left Eye Lopez tribute act. Let's go. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. That's so messed up, but I can make fun of her a little bit because she's my hero. That's amazing though, because that's such an awesome deal to get people to start doing it. And did you do it for free just because it's my birthday month?
I guess, yes. Let's just go with
She said, "Yeah, let's go with that. Whatever makes you feel better, Tito."
that.
I
But November is actually like one of my favorite months in the whole year. I love Thanksgiving. And also, this is the month that I both met and married Bags.
oh, happy anniversary.
It's on Saturday. Our anniversary is on Saturday.
Oh, happy anniversary. I do remember you getting married close to my birthday. I don't know what the hell I was doing not going to that wedding, but you know what? Please don't judge me. I love you.
Had a show. It was a Saturday night. Like half of my performing friends couldn't come to my wedding because I did it on a Saturday night, which was kind of stupid. But I also needed to make it a time when like my family could come too. So it was hard. But
She was like, "Girl, let's get rid of the crazy people so the families don't talk about." I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My love, Valentina. Before I play a game with you, is there anything you want to mention? Anything you want to tell the people before we have a little bit of fun?
I mean, I think that's it. I just wanted to plug my online classes, and I mean, we could plug my entertainment company, Twisted Orbit Circus Entertainment, a little bit. We have done some socially distanced, like outdoor masked, like shows that have felt really safe and really good. So that's it. Kind of feels like things are kind of coming back a little bit, not like fully, but like maybe people are getting used to the new normal.
Yeah.
We also have virtual shows that we do right here. This is the backdrop for the virtual show. It's like in our living room. So we're trying to kind of, like pivot with the times as much as possible. But that's pretty much, those are like that's the main things that we're doing right now.
I mean, that's awesome too, because it's like we do have to adapt as artists anyways, whether pandemic or not. So we kind of already have it in our body to kind of make sure that we like adapt to whatever we need to in order to continue doing what we want to do, and then also like just keep our sanity. You know?
Yeah, totally. And it was hard at the beginning, but now I feel like most people have gotten into like some sort of a groove of some sort,
Yeah.
even feel like the way that we want it to. Like we're like 8 or 9 months in at this point. So,
I will say that I love performing in my house because I love being able to never lose an article of clothing.
yes, that's amazing.
And I do love the idea of being like, once I take, especially as a burlesque performer, once I take off my clothes, I can go right to the bed, smoke some shit, and just fucking like chill for the rest of the day. I do want to show this picture really quick because I know this was a huge moment for your career. And I also wanted to make sure that people know that if they can, for my birthday, please donate to the live fundraiser we are doing for the Burlesque Hall of Fame, because this was a major event for you when you performed at the Burlesque Hall of Fame. And I was like right on the side, bawling my fucking eyes out. And then on top of that, we also both had these like, I mean, you obviously did it way more immaculate than I did it, but I had the Cuban Act this year. This was 2018 Burlesque Hall of Fame. And I had the jelly kind of water fringe. We are related. You're not going to tell me different. You're not going to tell me any different than we are totally related. Okay, I want to play a game with you, and it's the first time I've ever played it on this show. So I'm very excited. But it also has to deal remotely with the fact that you are about to do the most incredible thing in the world, which is give life.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
So this way, let me make sure, because this is so small. Yeah, the name of this game is Baby Word Scramble.
Okay.
It's word scramble. It's easy. I'm gonna scramble a word that has to deal with some baby shit, and then you tell me if you know the word. And then basically, you're not gonna win anything. It's just bragging rights. You don't. It's not graded. And you can't get them wrong because there's people in the chat, and if they want to help out and try to chime in, they can do that. So let me make sure I don't pick the word that like I posted on the story one of the answers, and I was like, oh, delete. Okay, here we go. This one's hard. What is this word?
What the hell?
It's not ultimate. It's hard, huh?
Yeah.
You're thinking for two. Come on, you can do this. I believe in you. We're playing word scramble, y'all. Help her out. What do you think this is? Baby word scramble. It has to deal with baby.
Monitor.
There we go. Hey! She's not gonna drop the baby, y'all. Yes. Oh my god, amazing. See, you got this. You're gonna be such a great mom. I can't even wait. What about this word?
Diaper.
That is absolutely diaper. Yay! The baby survives another day. All right, what about this word?
Ooh, that one looks a little harder.
I didn't get this one, and then when I saw it, I was like,
Oh. Ooh. That looks like it's a hard one.
do you give up? You can pass. You're not going to lose anything. Yes, stroller! Hey! Yo, this baby is... The what?
Even I'm not going to get it, and then all of a sudden it just like comes to me like out of nowhere.
Just like I heard parenting. Just like parenting. I heard parenting is...
You're me, Tito. You're helping me train.
That's what I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help. Okay, we have one more, and it is hard.
Oh, great.
But it's also not, which is funny once you find out the answers. So here we go. This is the last one. What do you think this word is?
Solid food.
Solid food! Ah! Wait. I got a sound effect and everything for that. Don't even play. I'm going to be like, wait. There you go. That was delayed. Valentina Orbit, you are amazing. I love you so much. Thank you so much for taking time out to join us on this show.
Thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Hang out with you or talk to you, I'm like so happy.
I'm down. Anytime you want to come on, anytime you want to promote some stuff, I'm going to be doing this even if nobody is watching it.
I love you.
One day they will, baby. One day they absolutely will. I love you so much, Valentina. Please make sure to follow Valentina. Make sure to tip her if y'all are watching. She has to eat for two, y'all. So please, you gotta make sure that she gets fed and has the proper nutrients. Okay, so we love you so much. I love you, baby girl. Have a great. Oop! I almost ended the whole live.
Oh no! Don't do that.
Have a great night, love. I love you. Tell bye, zigga zigga.
Okay, I will. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Yes, give it up one more time for the incredible Valentina Orbit, y'all. Oh, so amazing. Women, y'all can just breathe life and make babies. I love that. So shout out to Atticus, who is going to be joining the world in January. We love him so much. And with a mom like that, damn. All right, y'all. You know, before I bring on my next guest, who is incredible, you know I love playing a little bit intermission game where I'm going to figure out what Cuban food I am. Because, you know, I always want to get, croquetas. So, croquetas, no whammies. Here we go. Do we got croquetas? Is it a good time? Okay, it's Yuka. That's fine. We'll deal with that. Remember, it's for my birthday tomorrow. There's a live fundraiser we are doing. There is $0, 0 donations. Nobody cares about the Burlesque Hall of Fame, even though it is making sure that we are keeping the art of the striptease alive. And also, in order to do that, you have to know where it came from. So finding out about the past of our burlesque history is super important. And we have legends that are still living right now who experienced it and were stars back then and are still stars. So if you want to find out more, please visit burlesquehall.com. It's a good ass time, y'all. Okay, I am ready for our next performer. Bitch, do I think this is a live show? Our next special guest is amazing. They are a multi-talented performer, and on top of everything, has also joined the reins of our Tease If You Please family. They were a performer. They're a performer, dancer, actor, choreographer, plus size model, advocate. Is there anything that this next performer artist can't do? I'm going to bring them on right now. So please help me welcome to your screens the incredible Dexter Mayfield, y'all. This is going to be smooth. Oh! So smooth. So smooth. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm trying to give you this little moment where I can be like, bam! Bam! You're looking amazing. Look at that smile. How are you doing today?
I'm good. It was a pretty relaxed day, you know. Filmed TikTok, did a little video submission for something, and you know, the new day, the new normal.
For something. Listen, you've literally been killing the game like Yolanda Saldivar.
I've just been trying to keep up with these kids out here because they are hard to keep up with. But you know, I'm definitely grateful for this year for sure.
No, and especially this year, just to see you rise and like you've been doing this for a minute, but you are such a multi-talented performer. But my favorite thing about you, and every time I see you pop up on my feed, is the fact that like you are so positive and uplifting, and it makes me, babe, if I have a horrible day and I go on your Instagram, I'm gonna be like, do I have to have a bad day though? Is that something that I need to do? And I do want to start out by just saying I appreciate you for that, because it's like the only time we were crossing paths and T's if you please was when I wasn't there, and that
it's so crazy. It's so crazy.
still hurts.
Like I've only done it once. That's not like I'm trying to. I want to do it more, but yeah, it's just in passing. So yeah, it's crazy about that.
But we did get to work together. And also, really quick before I say that, Donna Hood, Dexter Mayfield again. Hire him again. Let's do T's if you please. Let's go.
We've been talking. We've been talking. We just whenever everything gets back to what we can do, and it's gonna be the next step. And so now that my cherry's popped for Boylesque, now just got to take to the next level.
And what got you into the idea of performing dance? Because I know you've acknowledged this, you're not a trained dancer. So what made you kind of take on that career, knowing that kind of the odds were technically stacked against you?
I first started when I was in college, and college just wasn't working out. I wasn't really motivated by like the third week of class to be like, you know what, I'm okay. And the problem is, you're still enrolled and you still have to do things. And, just me and college weren't meshing. And I had a couple of side jobs. And then I was like, okay, I probably should start exercising. And one of my friends mentioned we were out at the club. She was like, how can you just dance so much? And I was like, well, why not just try to do that as a form of fitness? And then class after class after class, I finally found a class creatively that kind of challenged me. And then I was like, okay, this is where I need to be. And long story short, here we are. And I found a love for it. And I fell in love with dancing and performing and all the other stuff. And yeah.
And that's
how it started.
And we're so grateful for that, because at the end of the day too, it's like you being yourself. And I hear this a lot, just even trying to figure out like what I do. It's like you being yourself really does give permission to people to be able to do that for themselves and live authentically. And I think that's something that we kind of struggled with in past generations, that people really couldn't access that and kind of see the full potential of themselves. So like people who, and especially there was one interview that you were doing, because I was, I'm trying to do research and make sure I don't say no super shit. You already
do your due diligence. We love that.
So I'm trying to be like the Hot Ones interviewer, where he says some stuff and they're like, what?
Exactly.
But one of the things, now I lost my train of thought trying to brag about myself. But one of my favorite things that I think that you were saying in one of your interviews is that, like your defiance, the fact that like people will come with preconceived notions of what you are capable of doing, and shutting that down is like so powerful. Like, does it always feel like that? Because it comes across that way.
It's just existing in the space that I choose to, and it's just like one of those things where it's like it shouldn't be a problem at all. Like the fact that a bigger person is dancing with ability and skill and joy and performance, like that we should normalize that. But I think that every time, what really inspires me is seeing other people of size, whether it's men, women, transgender, gender neutral, it doesn't matter. It's once I see them doing it, that's what really inspires me. It just like gets me excited. It gets me happy, because we can all exist in this space, and it's more than enough room for all of us to do our thing, and more than enough room for all of us to be joyful and dance and do whatever, like you said, just stick to or walking in your purpose. And just, if dancing a little bit and just bringing a little bit of joy can do that, then I will do my best as much as possible.
No, you absolutely do your best. And that's the thing too that's like super important for us to kind of like understand because especially in the arts field, I do feel like we are always in competition. But like you said, and honestly, I talk about her way too much, but my Shiro Lisa Left Eye Lopez always said that there was enough room for literally like she literally created a group that looked like TLC just to prove the fact that it's like
Exactly.
there is enough space for multiple girl groups, multiple male burlesque performers, multiple everyone. And yet people still treat it like, no, there's only one spot. Like there's only one
Yeah, it's
spot.
always just that one spot. Whoever the decision makers or the gatekeepers are, it's like, okay, it's your turn. Okay, I think we're done with you. Next person, you know, instead of like letting everybody thrive and grow at the same time to build something bigger or greater than anybody's ever expected before.
And especially too, I think we're really fortunate because even like this year, as bad as it is, we're so fortunate that this isn't happening in 1995 where we couldn't create our own content easier and get ourselves out there in a way like it's legit. Like I'm very
Like
grateful.
that part. I think this is like as much as with all the things that come with social media, especially like social media these days, to be able to at least try to capitalize on the opportunity you can create for yourself just with a camera and a phone. It's definitely much more beneficial to have go through this experience now, and it also forces everyone to really think outside the box and how we're going to continue to curate and create content for everybody. And I'm loving seeing, especially with the burlesque performers, and I've caught a couple of lives and a couple of things, and just how, like you said, how when you're in your own space, you have a lot more freedom to really be creative and push the boundaries, whereas you might be limited to in a certain venue or a certain space.
Yeah, and even just the way we do it. I know I'm talking about you, but like the way that people who are authentic to themselves when they're being themselves too, it's like it kind of gives you this like roadmap that makes it so much smoother as an artist because you're not going, oh, I need to make sure that I'm like this person or this person.
Exactly.
You are you.
Yeah, and it's just like we can finally embrace the individual as opposed to like making everyone a cattle herd mentality for our entertainment purposes. And this is what we deem as entertaining, and this is what we don't deem as entertaining, and this is what an entertainer looks like, and this is what an entertainer doesn't look like. And I think that we're finally stepping into a space where we can actually define what that is as opposed to someone. We're back. As
You got
opposed
a
to
call, get
someone
that
who's
call.
not even contributing to the conversation or to the performance. Taxi.
You can show the pup if you want to brag. We love
No,
puppies here.
it's my roomie's pup. His name's Texas, but he's just he's on alert. He's being watchdog right now, so
He's like, who are you talking to?
In 2 seconds.
Oh my God, I love it so much. We did get to work together though. We worked on the one of my favorite things I've ever done in my entire life, Big Dipper's music video for Lookin'.
That was a fun day. I wish I was able to do all the days because we probably would have had even more fun. But I had other things going on. But like that day was so much fun, and I was kind of going through it before I got to set. It was a whole different situation, but I was just happy to be there amongst all these different bodies. It wasn't just big bodies. It wasn't muscle bodies. Everybody was legit different and brought something so special to the set, and it was just such I was just so honored to be a part of it, and just again to meet you. That was our first time working together and everything, and it was like it was a really good time. It was a really good time.
Yeah, if y'all haven't seen a Big Dipper's music video, Lookin', first of all, where have you been? But second, it is such a good time, and when you watch it, it's basically a car wash video with a bunch of half naked dudes. But all
pretty much, yeah, that sums it up.
but it's probably the most diverse group of men that would be half naked.
That's where it kicks in for sure.
And it's so much fun. The track is fire, and then on top of it, it looks super fun. And I guarantee that no one's gonna say otherwise. It actually was as fun as it looks in that video.
It really was. It really was. We both can attest to that, and it's like it's so nice to be on set and actually having fun, and everybody's on the same page. And if you do have to get extra shots, or if you do have to do more than what's either required or asked of you, to have a positive environment to do that in is so much better than when it's like Stress City.
That it almost doesn't feel like work. Someone just asked, where can they see this video? Y'all can see it on YouTube. Google.
Big Dipper. Just look up
Google.
Big Dipper.
Google it. You will find it 110%.
Or
You will
scroll
know.
down on the feed. You'll see the promos from either of our pages. It's there.
For real. And there's even like amazing bloopers and like, or not bloopers, but like reels for it.
I think he did it behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah, behind the scenes. And then we all had individual promo. Like they were immaculate in releasing this.
He did a wonderful job, and especially to be the head creative over the whole thing. It really did blow my mind, like how he really took care of everything that day. Big Dip is the boss, but we both know that. So
Literally the boss. Daddy. I do have a random thing that I want to throw out at you when I was researching you. So please clear this up for me because my mind is blown. I went to your IMDb, and I'm sure you've heard this a million times. But this first credit that you have, do you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, is it that stranger in something in like 1960? I'm like, I wasn't born, so that's not me. It haunts my, like, because I'm like, because you know when you get each new job that you get, you're like, oh, is it gonna make IMDb? Am I gonna like get credited? Am I gonna get credited? And I think the first one that I got credited for was, I think, Ghostbusters, or either Sandy Wexler. I think that's the one it was. And then I went and I saw the other credit, and I was like, I was born significantly amount of time after that. So I don't think that's possible for it to be me. And it's crazy that when you said that first credit, I knew exactly what you were talking about, because I haven't, because like, another profile now popped up thanks to Savage, so I'm like, thank God. But like, either way, that I was like, no.
I want to watch it now. Like, I want to figure out what it is and see who you are, because I bet you there is another Dexter Mayfield.
And I don't even think it's gonna be anybody that makes any type of actual significant featured appearance to the point where it's gonna say this is Dexter Mayfield, and be like, oh. Okay.
How have you not watched it? Have you not watched it?
I don't know. It just, like, I looked at the picture, I looked at the movie poster, and I was like, yeah, I don't know if this is for me. But, I mean, maybe I'll, like, you know, pandemic, you know, everybody's run out of everything to watch. So I guess, you know, now we're going to go dig into that one IMDb credit that is not correct.
I'm definitely going to look it up. The other one I saw was America's Court, and I also did a court show.
That was not me either. I wish it was. Because I have had friends to like either be in a courtroom, not like a plaintiff, but like in the room there. But yeah, no, that's not me.
I want some IMDb credits so my shit looks a little bit bigger than it is.
But it's those two specific ones that like stand out. Everything else kind of makes sense, but timeline wise, it's just like, how can you equate that to be the same person? Like, I just
I don't think you have.
Who's vetting these? Like, oh yeah, this is the same person. Click approve. Like, yeah,
it's them bots.
Really,
it's them Facebook bots. It's them Facebook. Wait, but do you have Big Dippers looking on there? Because you know you can add that.
That's the thing. I'm gonna have to get my IMDb Plus back because I like let it go so long ago. But now that you know it's multiple things,
I give up on.
Okay, this is actually me and this is not. So.
Yeah. So when you just mentioned right now, Savage Fenty, King, that was so, like, you know, it's like, okay, like Rihanna, I've always said, is kind of like Mariah Carey in the sense of like an album one year, the next album is a little bit of growth, the next album, and it's year after year you see growth, like exponential growth, and I see that in you, and it's like so inspiring, and to see you, because I'm college friends with Shea Coulee, so it's like seeing her there was already like fucking mind blowing, but then to also see
trust me, it was just as mind blowing the second she walked on set. I'm just gonna be very honest with you. Especially with the final look, I was just literally like, obviously stressed about my next scene, but I was like, it was, yeah. Shay, I love you.
Shake roulette. My sex smoother than a motherfucking creme brulee. Stop. Oh, let me not stand right now. I do kind of am curious though, because you do have a like crazy credit list of the performers and artists that you've worked with, and we're gonna kind of get into that in a second. But of everything that you have done in your career, do you have a favorite?
Taylor held it down for a good year. She held it down for a good year, and then I think Savage Fenty kind of definitely took over that spot, at least for me personally, just because for me, I've always wanted to be included. It's wonderful to be featured, but it's even more impactful, or at least it means to me, to be included with not just bigger bodies, not just different bodies, but with everybody. And I think that this show displayed that beyond and so much more, even more than I anticipated and or expected. And just, I mean, from top to bottom, from day one, everything was on point. From COVID protocol to everything was just like in sync, on the same page. Everybody was here because like this was at the time it was the largest production to date for any type of, whether it was a TV production, live performance, whatever. So it was just one of those things where to see everyone come together and make it happen during this time right now, it gave me hope that like we will get back to a new normal as long as we have to at least deal with this COVID crisis. So it's like, it gave me so much more hope in that sense, but also just being around so many talented women. It was like awe-inspiring, and specifically like women of all colors and all like just getting it done and making it happen and providing and creating this project that I know I'll never forget of being part of, but just to show everyone, even in this dark time, that we all can come together and create something beautiful and magical and have something speak to every single person, or try to at least speak to every single person that's represented in that show. So it was just such a rewarding experience to be a part of. So I would definitely say, you know, Miss Tay was, she held it down, but then, you know, Bad Gal came in and just blew up the place. So it's a no-brainer.
That Riala, we love her. We don't. You are literally a superstar. I mean, I'm watching everybody like commenting on this, and it's like, to think of, if this is how far you've come in a little over a decade. This is what I kind of hype myself with too whenever I need it, because it's got me into performing. But it's like 66-year-old Dexter is looking at you right now like, bitch, you don't even know what's about to happen. Not like, you don't even know what's about to happen. I'm telling you. Like, my friends always tell me I got like a weird Walter Mercado sixth sense about stuff, and it's like, it's true. Because my thing is, I kind of had that the other day here, was when I was just like, I will make it. Like, as an artist, I know I'm going to make it because I don't want to do anything else, and I know it's just a matter of time.
Exactly. And I think that right now, especially when it comes to performing arts, it's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes that like a lot of people don't know about. And it's just like the shift. I think what this COVID crisis and like everything the past 4 years and everything that's happened, it's really made people who want to be held accountable, they're actually holding themselves accountable and starting to show that and represent that in media, in TV, in film, in fashion, and just all across the board, because it's been too long that it's been this way. So we just have to really make that space available for everyone, and people, more than enough people and more than enough decision makers, and the right people are becoming decision makers for us to really be in a much better place when it comes to art, and again, have everybody occupy that room that is there for everyone.
And it absolutely 100% is there. Ooh, misconnection. 100% true. There's space for everybody, y'all. We're gonna wait. There you go. Yes, you better get calls.
Okay. I saw the swirling. I didn't see it coming. You saw it coming. I saw the swirling.
Okay.
It was late. It was delayed. I was like, wait, what's happening?
It's all right, but that ended literally right as you finished, so it was perfect. Dexter, I would love to play a game with you if you're down.
I mean, we here. We might as well do it.
It's you're gonna risk absolutely nothing doing this.
Except looking like a fool if I don't know what's happening.
No, because my favorite thing about this, somebody wrote, I'm trying to imagine Dexter in the future when we get back to some normality and the impact he's going to make when he's been this amazing in these horrible times. That's what I've been trying to say on this. What I've been trying to say on this. Thank you. I'm not lying. See, the comments say I'm not a liar.
The people are speaking. The people are speaking.
That's what I'm saying. But also, this game is fun because there are literally no wrong answers.
Okay,
so
cool. Perfect.
It's going to be super.
Let's do it.
This is just finding out more about you. This is one of my favorite games, so I'm sorry if you don't want to do it. You can always say no. It's Fuck, Marry, and Kill.
Oh, we can do this all day. Let's go.
Dang, I only had 2. I was really trying to make sure that these were going to be lit for you. I was making sure these were good, but we got 2 amazing ones. We have our first one is going to be divas you've worked with. So you have to decide if you're going to fuck, marry, and kill Dua Lipa, since you were in her Levitating video. Jennifer Lopez, since you were in her Poppy video.
Fair.
And then Taylor Swift, because you're best friends.
That's not fair. Oh my God. I'm not killing anyone. I'm just going to say that right now.
That's fair.
Okay. I'd have to marry Tay. Because the other 2 have almost like complete opposite experiences, but almost the same experience as well. It's so like, okay, I'm gonna say
they're saying you're regretting the game in the comments now.
I'm not regretting it. Okay, me and J-Lo have to get it on just because I have to experience what that is. Just I have to like, yeah. And I wouldn't kill do it, but we would go on a cute friend date. We can have a cute kiki. Instead of that thing, our kiki would do it. I won't kill do it, but our kiki would do it. Then we got fun.
We might need to change the game now, sponsored in part by Dexter Mayfield. Fuck, marry, and Kiki.
It's a much more positive, affirming game than kill.
It's because I do fuck, marry, and kill rude because I love to pick people that I know you don't want to kill, and that you're actually friends with.
Like I said, I just have to make that disclaimer. I'm not killing Dua. There's no way. I just met her. I need to get to know her. So it's just like, it's just that's that.
It's just like Lisa in the comments said. That was the perfect answer, and you can absolutely change the name of this game to Fuck, Marry, and Kiki. By the way, because we're gonna bring on our next.
We'll discuss it after the live.
Well, you'll get a percentage. Don't worry. We have another 3 that are about to hit your holy trinity. Here we go. This is Who Would You Fuck, Marry, and Kill from friend of the show, Shea Coulee, Todrick Hall, and Milk. I put my heart into these 2. And I was trying to get like 5.
It's just crazy because I secretly have a really big crush on Milk. So this is
Dexter, I almost put Giancarlo from Magic Men in this, by the way.
Now you're just trying to get in my business now. You're really trying to get in my business.
But back to this one.
But yes. Okay. Because that's my sister, Todrick would be Kiki, because I will continue to spend as much time with my friend as I can allow, because we changed the name. Todrick, I will Kiki.
Lounging with Tony is like, fuck Milk for sure.
Of course, Tony would say that. And it's just, and that's the thing. Do I want to have a lifetime of those experiences, or do I want to get one major epic experience? So yes, we're gonna go ahead and go with Tony and Bug Milk and marry Shay, because to be married to Shea Coulee, I would not creatively. I wouldn't need anything in the world, because a muse is born. I'm the big.
You ain't never lied about that in your life. That was,
You
that
know,
was actually exactly.
you know, see, the Kiki makes it a lot easier, and like, and especially in this case, because that's literally my family. Todrick is literally my family, and to Kiki with him is natural, and that's what we're gonna do anyway. So.
Oh, I love that so much. Dexter, you are absolutely 110% a complete superstar. And like I said before, I cannot wait to see what the future holds in store for you.
Oh, thank you, love. Thank you for having me. And
thank you
I know
so
we only
much
got
for
a few
coming.
minutes, but if anybody wants to donate to the Burlesque Hall of Fame, you got a few minutes, even just like $5. It doesn't hurt. Just, you know, there you go.
You don't even have to do it through mine. You don't even have to use my name. Just go to the actual burlesquehall.com and do it yourself. But honestly, thank you. Let me make sure that I can look at your face right now. Thank you so much again for joining us on this show. You are a treat, and I can't wait to hang out with you and make some art again.
That part. Absolutely.
I'll love you. Enjoy the rest of your Monday and the rest of your week.
Too,
thank you. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, Dexter Mayfield, everybody. Oh, that was a fun ass show, y'all. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope y'all got a little bit of laughs. That is the Tito Bonito Show. We're here on Instagram Live every Monday. I'm the Cuban Missile Crisis. You can't forget it. So to all the people watching right now, thank you so much for joining us. And make sure next week we might have a very special episode, but I can't tell you too much about it. So make sure you tune in. But we might have a very, very, very special guest. Also, right now happening, you can see on my stories, there is an encore burlesque show on Twitch. Just swipe up twitch.tv/seeyounexttv. I don't know how to talk, y'all. Make sure you go check out the show, because that's going to be happening right now. I'm also a part of the National Hotline Boylesque show that's happening on Wednesday on Zoom. Make sure you check out body_suit on Instagram for more information. And I'll also be performing in the virtual Pacific Media Expo, where I'll be doing my famous Robin Batman tribute. So I hope you guys can show it. Thank you so much thank you, Bunny, for saying it was awesome. Y'all were filling this up today. I really appreciate it. Also, if you remember you want to see a little bit more, you can check out my OnlyFans to get a little bit more gander at the goods. And then also remember to be kind to each other, but especially yourself, y'all. I am Tito Bonito, the Cuban Missile Crisis of Burlesque, and thank you for that $30 that we just received to donate to the Burlesque Hall of Fame. We will make sure to send that to them. We love you so much for that. And make sure to visit burlesquehall.com for more information about the incredible incredible art form that is burlesque and keeping it alive. So we love you all. Thank you so much. Make good choices.